Welcome back on this glorious and amazing day, recording from Hollywood, Florida. In the second clip of anxiety, we discussed that the core anxiety, not the situational one, comes from the fact that we are disconnected from self. We do not accept ourselves, connect ourselves, like ourselves, love ourselves. And oh my gosh, it is so terrible. And we asked the question, where does this come from? Why did we disconnect anywhere at the age of 1 or 2, the latest at 3? Where did this come from? And this is fascinating that after so many years dealing with this issue, it clicked in my brain, and I'm so grateful to the Lord. Thank you so much, because this helps me and I can help others. What happens with our upbringing, and that's what happened to your parents' upbringing, and it goes back for hundreds and thousands of years. Our parents do not relate to us and to our soul as we are, and I will explain. When we are babies, there's this unconditional love. We are cute. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to get a good mark. We don't have to be clean. We don't need anything. You see that unconditional love to the soul of the human. You could see when a parent approaches the child that the diapers are full and it smells, and they just give them a hug and they say, oh, we got to give you a cleaning. There is this natural unconditional love, and more than unconditional love that's used so much, I rather use the term the connection to the human. Let's fast forward when the child gets older. It's no more about the human, and this is a powerful term I'll use. It's about your performance. Let me say it again. It's no more about the human, it's about the performance. Did you hang up your coat yet? Are you fighting again with your sibling? How did you do in school? How was your teacher? Let's go do homework. I'm so proud of you. You got such a good mark on the test. Oh my gosh, look at that sheet. You colored so nice. You colored in the lines. And what happens at that time? And I feel like crying now because it's so painful. What happens with all that communication, which is 99.9, if not 100%? It basically, us not knowing, it programs our brain that we will exist through performance. So we start running away from the most grounded part within us, which is our soul, which is our feelings, which is our deep core. And we forget that we actually freaking exist. We forget that we are love. We forget that we are unique. We forget that we're the only ones in the world that have the DNA that we have. We forget all that. Already by the age of 3, 4, definitely older, we think, how could I make my parents proud? What do I need to do? So suddenly, the human begins to get smaller and smaller. We start deleting more of us. We start disconnecting more of us. Our feelings are not important. Nothing is important. Besides the point, sometimes we cry and our parents tell us, you're crying for that? Poof! Your feelings, we're not even going to get into how our feelings are always crushed and we stop trusting them. I'm not going to the emotional abuse, to the mental abuse. I'm just going to the fact that when we are younger, we are programmed regarding our performance. So now the only way we exist is through performance. Happens to be a well-rounded person, a balanced person. That's the way we are healthy, is just like we need to be functioning and doing stuff and accomplishing that makes us feel good as humans. We need the time off. The time off is sleeping. We need the time to take care of our body, to eat, to shower. And one of the most important things that almost no one does, we need a time just to be with us, to be in the present, which most people, I realize, can't do for 15 to 30 seconds. We cannot be in the present. It's not your fault. I just learned this myself in the last 10 years. I didn't know about this, okay? It's not our fault. We were taught nonsense in school. Most of the stuff we're taught we will never use in our lives. We were never taught in school how to go through challenges. We were never taught how to deal with molesters. We were never taught how to deal with verbal abusive parents. We were never taught anything deeply important. We weren't taught. We were taught 1 + 1 is 11. No, I think it's actually 2. But the reasons why teachers do it, because that's the way they were taught. And looking at some curriculums, I'm just, whatever, it's too depressing. I would love to continue next week. And then the following week, I want to basically go through how we could turn things around. Because anxiety is not you. Anxiety is a virus, an emotional virus that was programmed about the age of 1 or 2 to you and to all of us. Until then, if you like this video, thank you, the like button, and thanks for subscribing. Have yourself a wonderful and delightful day, and always remember, you are way greater than you think you are.